Hello and welcome to PM Express, the London edition. My name is Nana Ansakwa. Thanks to Multimedia in conjunction with Abiam Productions and Abiam Institute of Technology, this all week has been possible. Well, folks, today I am in the heart of Peckham to talk to some amazing Ghanaians doing their own little business in a big way. I'm talking to Agrobeso Restaurant and I'm talking to Kumasi Market. It's amazing what they're doing with their hard work, and it's paying off. And in one way or the other, they're making Ghanaians in London feel very much at home, because the food they serve, the products they serve are just like you get in Kaneshi Market or Kumasi Central Market. It's wonderful to see brothers and sisters tell a good success story far away from home. Stay tuned and see what they do. Hello and welcome to PM Express, the London edition. And as I promised you, the interviews are just getting exciting and exciting. Thanks to Abiam Productions and Abiam Institute of Technology in Kaswa, this is all possible. And we are talking to Ghanaians who are doing wonders, working magic in another land. They call it their second home. I am down in Peckham, heart of London, and I'm going to talk to Evelyn Azure. Now, she's the owner and proprietor of Agrobeso. Now, if you ask anybody who lives in South London who's ever been hungry, that do you know Agrobeso? Yes, they will bring you right here. And as you can see, this is my lunch after the interview, so you know what I'm talking about. There's Wache here, there's Kinky here, and that's what she's been doing for the last 9 years. How did she get here? Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to us.
Thank you. Thank you. You're so welcome to Agrobeso. Yes, Nana, it's a big journey and it's a long way. We've come a long way and there's still...
Were you born here?
No, I'm actually born and bred in Ghana.
Well, you have a very...
Oh dear. Well,
English accent.
probably is through my interaction with people here and then learning a lot here and there. So
how old were you before you came here?
Run about 25.
Well, you
25
look
years.
25, but
Yeah.
I won't ask you your age.
No.
I won't ask you your age. And so what did you do? Did you start catering when you came here, or how did you?
Not actually. I enjoy cooking.
Okay.
I enjoy cooking. That wasn't my career actually. My career was to be a chartered administrator.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but my hobby is cooking, and when I started cooking here in UK, I was like giving to friends and family. Mm-hmm. And people get more interested, and people want to order for parties and occasion and stuff. And actually, they were the people that encouraged me to diversify into this career. So it's been wonderful. The support I get from my clients, it's been very, very wonderful.
It's a big difference, though. I mean, chartered administrator and catering. I mean, that's it.
Very big difference. I was schooling in IPS, Institute of Professional Studies, back in Ghana, and
now
then
UPS, University of Professional Studies.
They've done incredible well. Yeah. But when I came here, to get into administration wasn't easy. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't easy. You have to do so many things, whereas you still have to be managing the home. Mm-hmm. Taking care of bills and stuff, so you couldn't like be schooling and at the same time looking after your family and stuff. So you had to sacrifice one thing and do the other. So this is how come that we said, well, let me put myself together and focus on what I think I know best. And this is where we are today.
Wow. So how long have you been running this?
Agrobeso Peckham branch is nearly 9 years now. Wow. Yeah, but I should say I started at home about 14 years ago.
Whoa.
Yeah, 14 years ago, bit by bit, but it started getting bigger and bigger until it couldn't contain the house anymore. It was expanding, so we had to look for a commercial space to operate. So we got a warehouse, let's say like an industrial kitchen that you can do your massive cooking there. Yeah, until then we have our own outlets to be supplying our stuff like the kenke, fried fish, chofi, wache, so many Ghanaian stuff.
So you do it in bulk and then give it to other shops to sell?
Yes. Yes.
Aside you running like the restaurant?
Aside our restaurants, we also have other restaurants we supply them with our stuff, yes, because we are sure about the quality of our food.
Yeah.
So we can take it round to any of the restaurants and it's certified that they can sell our kenke and our food stuff.
Your day start?
Woo. If you should ask any any businessman or woman or any industrious person, it's 24/7.
Wow.
It's 24/7. Anything can happen anytime, and you have to be there. As a proprietor, you have to be there yourself. So I cannot say 6 to 6 or 5 to 9 or no.
What time would you start cooking for the day? Because I believe you cook every day.
Very early. By 6 a.m. you should be up already. You should be up. Latest to sleep, I would say, 11, 12.
To go to bed.
To go to bed.
But what time does it shut?
9:30.
9:30.
Half
in the
9
evening?
in the evening. Yes, 9:30.
How have you built your clientele? Because I noticed that it's not only Ghanaians who come here.
Yes.
Yeah. So how have you built your clientele?
Well, we try to do some feasibility studies before we choose the location, and then we realize that there are not only Ghanaians in this area. We have Nigerians, we have Liberians, we have Ivorians, and we are all like West African countries, and we share common food. If you should look at our menu, we have different types of African foods, which is quite good for different countries. Like I would say our neighboring countries, Nigeria, for instance, something like okra. Most West African countries eat okra.
Yeah.
So once you prepare it and you do it really good, you'll be able to attract all the other countries, which will then increase your base of clientele. You're not going to restrict yourself only to Ghanaians.
Okay. What are the challenges? Because you see, they say you see my glory, but you don't know my story.
Oh dear.
Because I'm seeing all this, thinking, and I'm counting. I said, everybody's coming in, I'm counting, that's 10 customers,
I know,
that's 20 customers.
I know.
What are the challenges?
Huge, but you have to be focused. Challenges, number one, I would say staff, to get the right people to be working with, and for them to know exactly what you want and how you want your business to be done, or how you want your food to be cooked and stuff. So I would say staff. But then once you get the right staff on board and the right team to be working with, it's fantastic.
So one challenge that most people in your position in Ghana will have will be staff attitude towards work and towards customers. Now, because your staff are also Ghanaians, have they come with the same mentality and you have to shape them, or they automatically switch and get into that effective mode?
Well, initially they will have that Ghanaian mindset. They will have that lay back and wouldn't want to put enough. But once you shape them up, you train them, you tell them what you expect from them. You go about it in a nice way. Not like being harsh or being abusive, or no. You go about it in a nice way here and there. Try to explain and let them understand why you want A and Z, you know. So if they understand where you're coming from and the benefits from being well brought up or being well trained, if they understand the benefits, then they will put in more. That's what I believe.
Evelina, I think as a first I want to ask this question, because you've tasted both sides.
Both sides, yes.
What is it that makes us back home maybe too laid back and don't respond to customer service snappy and urgent enough?
I keep wondering, but it's not only the staff to be blamed. Sometimes the bosses, they act too bossy. And the fact that you're a boss doesn't mean that you shouldn't be part of the business. You shouldn't go down to the ground and be on the ground with the staff and stuff. So I think it's a two-way thing. The way...
Years when I came in here, she had all her staff on and everything. But she thought I was going to do a radio interview. And then she realized our camera says, oh, no, I need to get out of my work gear. So yes, I saw you.
Yeah, so when you're on the ground with your staff, they really appreciate and respect you. And they have in mind that if even they are not there, you can do the job yourself. So they are always straightened up. But when you make your staff... when you rely too much on your staff and they in their mind think that when you're not there you cannot do anything, this is where the play-up starts.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, now you're doing well. You have, 3 branches now?
Yes.
In the UK?
In the UK.
So the first thing when I was wondering, what about Ghana?
We opening one in Dansoman, down in Control. We call Agrobeso GH.
Agrobeso GH?
Agrobeso GH, yes. Dansoman Control. That one is comprises of a hotel, restaurant, and a bar.
Okay.
So we're trying to put things together quickly, and then very soon Ghanaians will have a taste of when we say Agrobeso, what you should expect. All the good food, right from Ghana, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Liberia, all the African countries. You can taste their food from Agrobeso in any branch of Agrobeso, either UK or in Ghana.
Would you advise or ask somebody, yeah, it's a good business, venture into catering and this business? Would you advise somebody to do that?
Definitely, because I can see a lot of potentials in the food business, but it is the mindset of the individual that is entering into it. How best you can give your all, because if you don't put in effort, you will not see anything.
Now, this is a tricky question, right? You see, I believe I'm a good cook. Now, everyone believes they're a good cook.
Yes.
But it's the customers who come and judge. So if I thought I was a good cook and I ventured into the business, I might fail. Unlike you tried and tested, you're a good cook, people have tasted it. So how do I know I'm a good cook? Who determines when it's a good cook?
Well, the key to success in the food business is to accept all criticism.
Okay.
If anybody, anyone at all criticize your food, you must listen and then understand what the person means, what the person wants, what was wrong, what was right, and then you would add it all up and pick up the best from it. But if you don't allow yourself to be criticized, you will never get anywhere. We learn from experiences. We learn from people who know. So it wasn't built in a day. Yeah, you will go along the line until it will take years. Then you will get to build it up.
What's Agrobeso known for? Like the barbecue or the jollof or the king? I mean, I'm spoiled for choice.
I would say our rock is the kenke.
Is it?
Yeah, our backbone. Our backbone is the kenke. It's because it's a staple food for Ghanaians, and now Ivorians, Nigerians are overtaking it.
Really?
You'll be surprised how much other countries are even loving the kenke. And these few days, we're introducing it to the European market as well. So we've got more whites having the kenke and fish.
Really? Is it not too fermented product?
I've come to a balance whereby we don't have the typical traditional sour kenke.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have it here, and then we don't have like too much sweetness like the like a sweet corn stuff. No.
Okay.
So there's a balance whereby both Europeans and Africans can have it without feeling any taste of sourness or something.
So,
Yes.
You do the kenke yourself?
Yes.
So you do the kondo and so what do you get the corn leaves?
The corn husk, obviously from Ghana.
So you import the corn
we
husk?
We import a lot of stuff from Ghana.
Including the corn husk?
Including the corn husk, yes.
Is anybody out there who has a corn farm, you know? I see. And then you...
Yes, we do our own fermentation of the maize. And then we have our main kitchen that we can do the kenke there before we bring it here.
I see. I see. Is there any... What dish have you introduced that's not Ghanaian or anything you've added?
Oh, a lot. We have the Nigerian pepper soup. We have Nigerian moi moi. That's a bean cake mixed with eggs and fish fillets. That's really, really good and very nutritious as well. That's a Nigerian-based food.
Okay.
They call it moi moi or moi moi. It's really good as well.
Do the Ghanaians also buy it or is it only...
Yes.
Okay.
Ghanaians eat moi moi, Nigerians eat it because it's made up with beans and egg and fish. It's high in protein.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people really like it. They don't just look at the food per se, like, oh, it's Ghana or it's Nigeria. No, they look at the quality, the nutritional aspect of it, and then they go for it.
So at the moment, how are you juggling? Because you have such a hectic schedule. You need to get up in the morning, make kenke, make wachi, make jollof. How are you juggling family life and work life?
Oh dear, I have a wonderful husband who takes care of the kids, and he's really brilliant with the children, with anything concerned with the home, and he helps as well in the business.
Okay.
Yes, he helps with the cash and carry, deliveries and stuff, and all the paperwork, so that I can be able to get on the ground in the kitchen and do a bit of customer service as well with
husbands. You know what to do, right?
he's been very supportive. Yes,
that's great.
He has been.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, hygiene standards. I mean, in the UK, the standards must be high. So, what do you have to do to get a license to make sure you're running a food kitchen?
Yeah, I did a few courses concerning food because I don't want to be in the industry whereby you don't know what you're doing, you just put your pot on fire. No, you have to be well trained and know what the UK requirements are when it comes to food and hygiene. You need to comply.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to comply with their rules because in UK it's a criminal offense to not to meet standards when it comes to food. You can be jailed for like giving somebody food poisoning or so. I first and foremost had my training and had all my certificates before opening up a business. And then when you open up the business, you need to train all your staff, and then you need to invite the council to come and do inspection to certify that your restaurant or your kitchen is approved for people to eat from. So it's not an easy task. You have to meet all the standards.
Do you get time for a holiday then?
Not really. Not really.
When are you going to get busy?
In UK, it starts from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every day is busy.
Wow.
Bank holiday, busy. Every day. I can't see when it's not busy. But once a while, I try to find some time and cool off.
So do you get to go back home to Ghana?
Yes, but it's unfortunately that I can't stay long. I just spend a week or two and I'm back. Because, yes.
There's too much of operation to
Too much, yes.
Who's going to be looking after Agrobus or GH once Agrobus or GH starts?
GH, I'm still praying and then asking God for guidance. There are a few potentials, but I'm looking at who is the best person to look after. But for now, I'll be here and there.
Okay.
Yeah, to get it off the ground before. Yeah.
Now, being a Ghanaian and coming into this industry, did you encounter any challenges because you were a Ghanaian, or every challenge was a normal challenge?
To me, every challenge is normal.
Okay.
So long as you've made up your mind what you want, you shouldn't see a challenge as a challenge.
Okay.
So long as you know what you want, anything that comes along, you pray and then you let God take you through it. But it hasn't been easy, like I said earlier on. Challenges will be, number one, financial.
Sure.
Yeah. Number two, we're doing this in a different land. It's not our own land.
Sure.
It's other people's land. So you would expect certain things, but to me it's normal. Other people have done it and they've been successful. So I don't see why you should see a challenge as a challenge.
So for everyone I'm speaking to, especially those who are doing well like you, call London their second home. And even though it's their second home, they are very much at home here. What's yours?
What I would say is the peace of mind here. The peace of mind being when it comes to like legal aspects, when it comes to like principles, when it comes to like insurance, medical, so many stuff. But back home, you seem not to get things straight. People can't tell the truth, and people just take so many things for granted. It makes you a bit reserved when it comes to like investing back home. It's the nature of the not telling the truth.
Systems are not there.
The system is not in place in Ghana. The system is not in place. For example, if like you have a security breach or something and you want the police to be there on time and stuff, nobody is there. Nobody's there. So many things are taken for granted. So we will always call London our second home. But we love Ghana. We love Ghana.
Where are you from in Ghana?
I'm from Apam and Pram.
Okay.
So I'm a 50-50 person.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
But I lived all my life in Accra.
Okay.
And most part of it in Chifu Prasu.
Okay.
Chifu
What
Prasu.
school did you go to?
1 to 5 Chifu Prasu Secondary. Lower, yeah.
I know her.
Lower and upper Fantaman girls.
Okay.
And then to IPS.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
And
Well, after the
Fantaman
interview,
girls.
we're going to have a chat. After the interview, we're going to have a chat. Are you thinking of expanding more within the UK, or the three you want to hold on to?
Now that I'm looking back home in Ghana, I want that one to take off and see how it will be before I would do another expansion.
Okay.
But for now, I think we are doing very well by His grace.
You seem to be based here in the Peckham branch more, or do you move around?
I always call Peckham my baby
The head
because
office, yeah?
yes, that's where it all started. So I always want to be on the ground because I cannot afford to lose the clientele here. They've been so good. They've been so good to me here. So
and they all seem to have a relation with you. Everybody comes and have a personal touch with all your customers.
that is true. When your customers come in, they really want to see you. They really want to feel at home. They want you to have like a personal conversation, and that really makes them feel really good. And it makes them feel like they belong to a group or they belong somewhere. So anytime, rain or shine, they always come to Agrobeso.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So how much will this be, this plate?
Well, this one right in front of me here is wache and fish, egg and salad, and some shito. That is £6 in money. £6 in money, yes.
So 6 5, 30 Ghana cedis, yeah? That's 30 Ghana
Wow.
thereabout.
And that one is a bowl of kenke with that fish, will be £5 in money. Yes.
So that's a 25 CD plate of kinky. So I have to devour it very, very slowly.
And then this one is chofi with peppers and onions and
Now
stuff.
that is intriguing because chofi is illegal in Ghana. Is it illegal here too?
I'm really surprised when I heard that, but then I believe they really ban it for good reasons,
Yeah,
because
the
we have
contents and stuff.
yes, we have good professors and staff in Ghana. But over here in the UK, the abattoir, they also have the grades. They have their own standard of grading meat and stuff. So if it's not good, they don't even bring it out to the market.
Okay.
If it's not good, they destroy it. They don't even bring it out to the market. So they have their controls right at the abattoir. So it doesn't come out if it's not.
Well, clearly it's allowed.
Yes, because that's the good part of the chofi that we have here. But I think in Ghana they've assessed the fat content and they are done with it.
What your immediate family, like mom, dad, are they also in the UK or where?
Oh no, my mom is in Ghana. I lost my dad a few years ago.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. But I have my family here, my sisters here, husband and children, everybody is here.
How many kids?
I've got 3 beautiful ones.
Are they also
they
interested in the kitchen? Or?
I would say the boy, the middle one, he is really, really good.
Okay.
He's interested in he does the breakfast, sometimes he fixes lunch. But then for the moment they are in school.
Okay.
Yeah, they are in school, so we'll see how it goes.
From there.
I'm hoping that one of my children takes over when I'm old. But
what's the future for agribusiness?
the future is to supply food to the West African community at its best quality, and then with good service that people in UK would enjoy African food even when they are not in Africa. Sometimes people say that they really like the kenke here even more than in Ghana.
Okay.
So
well,
it makes them feel more at home.
Most Ghanaian restaurants like yours, even though you do fantastic food, will always be within the Ghanaian community. I mean, are you ever thinking of going onto the high street and plushing it out like a plush Chinese restaurant that's agro-sauce, kinky and stuff like on it? In a posh high street, can come in and sit down.
Yes, we have that thought, but I'm teaming up with one of my very good friends who is also really good in this industry, and then together we'll be a very powerful team, and then we can put something up. But it's still in the pipeline, and one day that one will come out, really definitely. Yes.
Restaurant and walk in and
definitely, definitely, definitely. This is where you'll be eating your kenke with your fork and knife, and and you'll be wondering what am I eating, and you will finish the plate even before you know.
I'd love to do that, and I think maybe you need to take up the challenge. Since
yes.
You have so much faith in your food.
Yes. We will pursue that.
Well, lovely. Thank you very much for allowing us in your busy schedule and sharing your experiences with us. I'm sure viewers back home in Ghana would appreciate that. And next time I come, I'm going to walk into that plush restaurant of Agrobeso to come and eat.
Yeah, you're welcome. Always welcome.
Well, folks, that's another wonderful.
You feel at home.
Working hard, earning his dollar. But before I go, you must be rich.
Oh, bless God. God bless me. I cannot deny that.
Good. I like that. I like rich people. There's nothing to glorify about poverty. Folks, stay tuned. We have more interviews coming up. Well, hello. We come here at Kumasi Market to obviously talk about the proprietors of Kumasi market. You know, I'm sure you've seen the pictures of it and how amazing and how well they're doing. I guess so. I bumped into David, who was born on Tuesday, so everybody calls him Kobe. And he has a fantastic idea or project that he wants to come to Ghana to do. I wanted to, Kobe, thank you for talking to me. Now, I want to hear about, you want to walk from Accra to Kumasi.
Yeah, for the children.
And for,
well,
in what,
goal,
20 days?
No, 20, I'm going to do 20 miles a day.
You do 20 miles a
So
day?
10 days.
So you're doing it in 10 days?
Yeah, 10 days. So it's 189 miles, so it's 190.
Yeah.
So the last day I do about 9 miles, easily. That's
What would he be made of?
Well, my goal is to have a hospital built in Accra for the children free. Doesn't matter where they are in Ghana. I've got some friends I know dealing cars and what have you, so they'll get me a couple of good ambulances, Mercedes, used ones, but diesel. And it doesn't matter where they are, wherever those children need to come from. I will have a driver. If they, I will drive myself.
But do you know Ghana? I mean, that's hot.
I lived there for 9 months.
Okay.
The heat doesn't bother me. I go into spots to have a drink in my shorts and top, and the guy says, "Oh, Bronny, it's hot." I said, well, "Look at you! You got a long sleeve shirt, you got jeans on, and there's a fan above your head." But you see, when I walk, I mean, not that particular day I'll start. I will have this 4x4 behind me. When I originally was going to do it, but this guy chopped my money, so it messed me up, so I couldn't do it last time. But the guy from CNN said, "Give me 3 months' notice, and he will arrange everything." And he said, "You'll have a 4x4 behind you walking, and we'll have a chopper up now and again, and we'll drop someone down. But you're going to be seen all the time for that 10 days." He said, who do you want to hit first? I said, Nestle, because they ripped up not just the Ghanaians, Africans all around Africa. And I said to him, he said, "How much you want to ask them for?" I said, 50 grand. He said, no. They're getting 10 days worldwide advertising. You can't get 10 days for that money, even 100 grand. So he said, "I'm just going to send a camera crew in there, and if they refuse, if they won't, if they did it, it'd go worldwide."
And CNN is part of this?
Oh yeah, because they're gonna cover it for me. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I spoke to I know a journalist out there, and he introduced me to the head of CNN. I forget his name offhand. It's quite a while ago, but very nice man. And he said, "You can get more because if you do the gold mine that Kafur sold to me, South Africa." He said, "The South African, because you're white and you're doing it for the black children, they will give you 100,000, and that's no bother to them."
Well, David, thank you for talking to us.
All right.
That's all time will allow us. But that's David. Everybody calls him Kobe. His pastor, his friends, everybody calls him Kobe. And watch out, if you see any Obroni trotting towards Kumasi, know that you saw him here first. Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you for talking to me.
You're welcome.
Very good. And I look forward to seeing you in Ghana.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, you will. You won't miss me, will you?
Great. Hello and welcome. And still inside the Kumasi market. You know, well, it's so excitable. Look, it's like you're just in Kumasi or Kumasi Central Market or Kaneshi Market. You know, unless some white man walks in, you're not going to know the difference. Everything and anything with regards to Ghanaian food, you will find here fresh, hygienic, and clean. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Donko had a dream and set this all up. Speaking on their behalf is Auntie Ekuye-chan. We're just going to have a little engagement with Auntie Ekuye-chan, how this all became possible. Auntie Ekuye, thank you very much for talking to us.
All right.
Now, how did this come about? I mean, this is amazing.
Yes, it is an amazing shop. This shop has been going on for a while.
About 18
years. And I've been coming here for probably around that time.
Wow.
Yes. And the story didn't just begin 18 years ago.
Okay.
The story began long time before. When Mrs. Constance Donko was a young girl, she used to trade at Kumasi Central Market. So this is what I always say. When you motivate a child and discipline a child and you let a child work hard, it's always there and the child will move forward with everything you've given the child. And this is what the story behind all this. So when she came to England, this is what she wanted to do because she's had the experience and the discipline and the motivation already. So this is how she started. They started a small shop at Brixton. And for about 6 years, and then they moved to a bigger shop. You can't start anything so big. You have to always start small. And then when it's working, then you move up. That is the basis of a good business.
I'm sure they started first with food, because now I can see you have a tailoring, hairdressing, forex bureau.
It started with food, of course, Ghanaian food. And not only Ghanaians that come here. We've got everybody from the continent who shop here. And now we are even, from time to time, you get white people come here, because now they all know how to eat jollof. And they enjoy it as well. And a lot of us are intermarrying as well, so they know how to eat our kenke. So they all come here as well to shop. We get people from Central Africa, we all come here. And the services are very good as well. So this is our main shop. I myself, I live about 3 or 4 miles away, but this is my shop.
I see.
I come here and shop.
I see.
Yes.
I mean, how has this served the Ghanaian community? Because I was just teasing Sister Pat that she's one of the reasons why Ghanaians don't want to go home, because you feel so much at home.
Of
you
course.
can get zomi, you can get gari, everything from here.
Yes, you are right. You feel so much at home. And I even came back on Sunday from Ghana.
I see.
But I didn't bring anything because of the weight. Because I knew Kumasi Market was there to serve me. So there was no point.
I see.
So this is why I came on Sunday. What is today now? Today is only 2-3 days again. And I'm here buying. There was no point. I told them, don't give me anything. Kumasi Market is there. I'll come. So this is our market.
How has this served the community?
Very well. Very, very well. When you come here, you are at home. They play the music. If you want to dance, you dance. Yes, you dance. We've got our clothes upstairs. You can go and buy. And it served very well. It makes you feel at home. The people are very nice. So that is the basis of this show.
Thank you very much, folks. You see, this is some of the amazing stories Ghanaians are doing far, far away from home. And it tells a good story. No more bad stories in these interviews. What a shop, huh? I feel like I'm in Kaneshi Market or something.
Yes.
After the camera, I'll pick up some smoked fish and go home and prepare myself something.
Of course.
Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. Well, hello. By the magic of television, we are back here in Ghana. Well, as you all know, in the UK, we spoke to Kumasi Market, we spoke to Agrobeso restaurant, and that was all about how Ghanaians were doing the business outside of Ghana. Now, we are here to see how, the diaspora in Ghana also feel at home, and what sort of shops they visit. And what other shop would they visit other than Max Mart? So we've come to Max Mart to get a feel of how things are and see how diasporans here feel at home because of the products they get here. And we caught up with Edith Adele, who's the customer service manager at Max Mart, just to find out how things are here. Edith, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Edith, when did Max Mart begin?
Max Mart ANC began April 2005.
But the story about Max Mart?
The story about Max Mart, it starts from Quattins. Quattins is our mother company.
Okay.
And then we moved to Max Mart 37. And from 37, we moved to Max Mart ANC Mall.
Okay.
And then we have 4 branches. We have 37, we have Tema, we have ANC Mall, and we have the Legon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we were in London, and we visited Kumasi Market, we visited a restaurant called Agrobeso, and then we find out Ghanaians there, really seek solace by going to these shops that has a very Ghanaian feel about it. Now, obviously, this has got a Western feel.
Exactly.
What customer service, what feedback do you get from your diasporans who come and shop?
They are happy to be here in Ghana because they will find everything they want in Max Mart. We have things from Lebanon, we have things from South Africa, we have things from France, we have things from America, we have things from all over the world that comes to Max Mart. So the experts are very happy to be here in Ghana. Count on Max Mart to get everything that they need in Ghana.
You're making them feel at home.
Exactly, exactly.
The owners, how challenging was them to start the business?
It was very challenging because the owner is a medical doctor, Dr. Wole. He used to live in France, so he started in France. He has an office in France. So he started in France before moving down to Ghana, and he started with Quattons, which is the mother company, which do wholesale of all the items we have in the shop here. Most of the things in the shop here come from Quattons, our mother company. Okay. The Kellogg's, the series, the masks are from Quattons, the Fab products are from Quattons, the Dove products are from Quattons. So we have a lot of range that Quattons do that represents, Quattons represents those brands in Ghana.
So if I wasn't part of the group, could I come and wholesale some of your stuff and go and sell in my shop?
You can do that. You can go through Quattons and then get the things in wholesale and shell. Because Quattons distributes all the shell shops, all the hotels in Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But why did Dr. Wole choose Ghana? Why not Nigeria, or why not?
He chose Ghana because he has a family in Ghana already.
Okay.
Yes. His brother is Kuala, so they are brothers.
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
I see. So
the brothers,
it runs in the family.
Yes.
That's good. It runs in the family.
Yes.
What are some of the main challenges?
The customers are a little difficult because they want everything that they have in their country in Ghana, which is not possible. We can't bring everything they want here. We try to bring the maximum to them so that they can feel at home, they can feel happy.
Now, one thing that I notice is, when you come in here, the customer service is different.
Yeah.
Ghanaian customer service can be a bit tricky. And even when we're speaking to your opposite numbers in the UK, they were having the same challenges where when people come in, they are a bit sluggish until you tell them, hey, this is customer service. Do you find the same?
Exactly, we find it. I try to make my customers feel at home so that they can always come back to me, and they're happy to come to Masmat.
So what do you do? Do you have a training for your staff?
We have a training for our staff here. We have a training. We make sure we train them to how to handle the customers so that they can feel at home. They are not harassed. They feel at home when they come to Masmat.
I ask the same question, so I ask you.
Yeah.
What is it that makes the average Ghanaian worker a bit slow towards, work? They drag their feet.
I think it's the upbringing and the upbringing. Also the way things are done in here in Ghana. Yeah, I think it makes things, yes.
They have to be straightened.
Exactly, they have to. They have to.
I look in the shop and there's almost everything that I can think of.
Yeah.
Dairy, meat product, eggs.
We have all the department. We have the meat department. We have the dairy department. We have the bakery department. We have our own bakery. We do cakes. We do bread.
Okay.
We have our own delivery services. You send a mail to us, and then we pick the item and send it to you.
Nah, I wasn't aware of that.
Yes, we are going to open a branch soon in Kumasi. Yeah, very soon.
I'm sure they can wait.
Yes, we are opening a branch in Kumasi.
I'm sure they can wait.
Yes,
which
very
area
soon.
of Kumasi is it going to be?
I'm not sure, but very soon it's going to be open.
Takrady is a big oil.
We used to have a shop in Takrady, but it didn't do well. Then we closed down. But we have a wholesale place in Takrady.
I expect them to eat bacon.
Exactly, and baked beans and things like that.
I expect Takrady to do well.
Yes.
What was?
It was not doing well, but now I think,
They didn't have the oil money then.
now that they have the oil money.
Now they have the oil money.
Yes.
How supportive are the owners behind you? Because you are customer service, so you're on the front line.
They are very supportive. They're very supportive. They want to make sure that the customers are happy. They always get what they want, and they are happy.
And yes, it's like a family business.
It is a family business, yes.
And they're competing since they have, another shop. Is it Kuala?
Kuala, yes.
Yeah. So is there no competition?
There's competition now that you have. That's why you need to, be top of your customer service so that the customer is always coming back to you.
Who's beating who? who's beating who?
Oh, we don't know, but we are on the top. We are on the top. Yes.
I mean, generally the feel of the shop, it's nice, and I'm thinking if I was white man living in Ghana or
Yeah.
diaspora in Ghana, I'd feel very much at home here. So then the question now is maintaining standards. How hard is it to maintain standards?
It is very hard because now there's competition, like you said. So you have to make sure the availability of your product is always there. Because when they come, they don't find the product, and then they have to go somewhere else and they find. Next time they'll go there. So the availability of the product has to be on top of this.
So now you have, I think, West Hills in Kasua.
Exactly. We have Accra Mall. We have, you know, there's another one opening today in Nungwa or something.
Is
So,
it?
yes.
Wow.
So
Well,
now
so
there's competition.
You have to have your game.
But Mass Mother is the area shop, so it's in the area.
Okay.
So people always come.
Well, if you're in the vicinity, you have
If
nowhere
you live
else.
at East Legon, I don't think you want to drive to Westfield to go and buy a Westfield. I think you should.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you live in the East Legon area, be loyal to your local shop.
Exactly, exactly.
Be loyal to your local shop.
Yeah,
When all these
yeah.
guys went there, they looked after you. But you know, they won't just be loyal because for loyal's sake. You need to give something for them to be loyal.
Yeah, we do. Sometimes we do promotions. Christmas is coming. We are planning to do something. You know, sometimes we had a tombola that you do, and then somebody won a car before. You know, we had 2 cars. We have the i10, the Hyundai i10. Yeah, 2 Hyundai i10. The 2 people won the Hyundai i10. So,
That's very generous.
Yes, so
How
we do
come I didn't
promotions.
But I come to buy a tin of milk every day.
You should come back and buy. You should come back and buy. Yes.
Every day and they'll give me a tombola. Let me try.
Yes, so you come
Let me
back
try
and
my
buy.
life. So what's the next big thing
For Christmas? Christmas is coming, so we are preparing for the big day, you know, the big week. Usually people like last-minute shopping, so usually the week is very busy. The week before Christmas is very busy, so we are planning toward that. That's what we have.
Thank you very much. Well, folks, that was part of our London series, the Ghana version of the London series. So at least now we can compare 2 worlds, how Ghanaians are doing their business outside and how outsiders are doing their business in Ghana. Thank you very much for watching.